So how do you use your story, I guess, in your work to help others out?
I work at the Virginia Mentoring Partnership, and I do events and marketing coordinating. Um, and basically, I line up people that contact us or call us. I connect them, like if they call us and want to become a mentor, I would find out their specific interests and their specialties, and then I match them up with a mentoring organization that's looking for something similar. So it's like match support.
Okay.
And I'm this middle person. Somebody contacts me, I take the information, I know information about this person, this organization, I link them up with this organization, and this person can become a mentor to some young child out there that's dealing with a lot of these things I talked about earlier.
Right.
That's one way. Someone calls me and wants to find a mentor for their child. They'll tell me, my child doesn't have a father, my child's dealing with autism, my child has ADHD, my child needs help with tutoring.
Right.
I find another mentor organization that can help them with those specific avenues that they need assistance with. I match them up.
Right.
That's helping a lot of youth out here. I mean, we've been in business for a long time, so I mean, we helping tens of thousands of youth out here with those things. Also, I schedule and coordinate training. So, for example, Capital One has a big mentoring or part of their organization, and they would take a portion of the workers there and would like to start allowing them to be. A lot of jobs will let you leave on your lunch hour, or take 2 days annually off and go mentor.
Wow.
So, and get paid for it. And so we would take and set up a training. We have an excellent trainer named Dwayne Bennett, and he will go out and train those particular workers and teach them about new mentor training. He'll do a follow-up one called ongoing mentor training. He'll do staff-to-staff training, teacher-teacher training. Whatever your situation is, he'll train you on how to be a successful mentor.
Okay.
And usually when you're mentoring, 9 times out of 10, you're mentoring young adults. So how does it relate to my story? Did I have an official mentor or no? But I had positive people in my life.
Right.
I think you mentioned about me staying on kind of the straight and narrow track. Like I slipped off a few times, but overall, I stayed on the straight and narrow. And that's because I had positive people in my life.
Right.
So I'm connecting these people that need positive people in their life to positive people. Our trainer, Dwayne Bennett, is teaching this group of 30 plus people that are very interested in being that positive person in a young person's life, being that mentor.
Right.
He's teaching them how to successfully do it. Can anybody do it? Usually anybody can become a mentor, but you also need to be trained to become a mentor so that
Right.
it can be successfully done. A lot of people just jump into it and they don't get the results they're looking for, and they'll jump out and go on with their lives because their lives is going okay. But what about the youth that you try to work with? So if we can train you properly to become a mentor, hopefully you can create a lasting relationship with the youth. And it might be the reason why I end up leaning towards service and human service.
And that was going to be my next question for you. Yeah.
Because I didn't go to school for being in any type of service. I have a background in mass communications and education. I still like speaking to people and helping people, and I guess I do that with my book and I do that with my speaking engagements. Yes, but I'm in service. I've done mentoring for years. Worked as a benefits program specialist for the city.
Right.
Worked as a counselor, one-on-one group counseling. I work everywhere, but I've always been helping people.
Right.
And even now, I'm helping match mentors, which is the greatest thing because I'm helping the youth. Like I wish I had. Like I wish these other youth that I interact with had. So I think Virginia Mentoring Partnership is a great placement for me. And even when I move on to bigger and better things, I think I'm always end up helping somebody.
Right.
And do I run into kids all the time? At my last play here in Richmond, Henrico High School, a teacher at Henrico High School, Deborah Hayden, brought a group of kids to see my play. And I talked to them, she brought them over to me. First of all, they were scared to even come up to me. Like I was big time. Yeah. So, but they came up to me, and this one guy, he was like, "Can I go talk to him? Can I go talk to him?" She was like, "Yeah." And everybody know me, I don't act, I don't think I'm big, but if I was, I wouldn't even act like I am.
Right.
I tell people, come talk, and they wouldn't gotta be professional, let's just talk.
Right.
So he came up to me, and I was like, what's going on? So he told me, after watching my play, he realized that my story is just like his.
Wow.
And I'm thinking my story is so unique.
Right.
But when he told me he doesn't know his father, he grew up with a person that he thought his father was in jail. I mean, like the whole story, minus a few things, but it was my whole story. I'm sitting there looking like, this was just in November. I've never met nobody that had the same story.
Right.
And this guy had the same story. And it was funny because he was 16. And he was like, I just need to go find your father. And he's like, I don't want to find him. I don't want to see him. Like, he was angry at him like I was angry at mine.
Right.
I told him, I said, you're angry. You are looking just like I did at 16.
Wow.
And I think if it was somebody else that told him that, he would have dismissed him altogether. But the fact he know that I really went through that because he just saw it,
Right.
he listened. And I told him, this is why you need to find your father. Even if it don't turn out like my situation turned out. I broke down why it helped me out. From learning health stuff about myself,
Right.
to answering questions, to closing chapters, to
Right.
healing.
Right.
And he listened to me. I gave my phone number. He thought it was so big. Has he called me? No. If you're out there, you can call me. But I gave him my number. He thought that was amazing because he didn't think I would do it. Gave him my number.
Okay.
I said, let's talk about it because, like I said, if I had that, I just think it would have went a whole different way.
Right. Right.
So it helps people, man. My play for them to see it. Would he have ever picked this up? I don't know. Some kids don't read nowadays, but he'll watch it,
Right.
and how amazing it is, it affected all of them. They went back and told their teacher, the principal at Henrico High School, Dr. Monroe. Dr. Monroe emailed me and said, I want you to bring this play back. Never was planning to bring the play back to Richmond. Long story short, the play's coming back to Richmond, Henrico County, on March 29th at Henrico Theater at 4 o'clock. And all because the kids were back and told the principal. Principal contacted me, so now we're partnering with Henrico High School.
Okay.
Now I'm making a bigger difference. Now I'm partnering with Henrico High School, which has a performing arts department. They have youth that are in mentoring programs like Henrico Heroes.
Okay.
And dealing with the same thing I was dealing with.
Right.
Now I get to bring it back on a bigger platform because Henrico Theater seats more 400 seats.
Okay.
Get to bring my play back and tell my story all over again to a potential crowd of 400 people.